Hello there, welcome to In My Opinion 4 Hover, Revolt of Gamers.
It's the year 4214 and the Galactic Union has sent out ships to colonize new worlds. This world is named ECP-17 and its leader, known as the Great Administrator, has put a ban on all types of leisure activities. You know that picture of no fun allowed that you see sometimes online? That's basically him. So that means no gaming, dancing, or anything enjoyable allowed. Not only that, he has also cut all communications to the Galactic Union. This is where the gamers come along, a resistance group that is trying to tear down the system, man, and bring back the fun and freedom. I will admit the plot is not super interesting, but it's good enough to give you a goal to reach the end of the game. What helps is they did add some personality to the gamers, so you do get some funny interactions. And there's even some codexes with convos that you can find that help as well, instead of following some dull gray blobs mission to mission. Yeah, you may have noticed this game sort of resembles a Dreamcast classic, and if you guess Jet Set Radio, then ding 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 ding, you win. The main difference being instead of rollerblading, you'll be roller hovering. Also, while Jet Set Radio had a big focus on graffiti, Hover does not, but you can still tag if you wanna. Besides grinding and hopping everywhere, there are other activities you can do in the form of missions. That will have you racing against someone, trying to beat the clock, grabbing some items and bringing them back in a certain time, running into someone, or playing two different versions of Game Ball, which is kinda like basketball. It may not sound like much, but they mix it up and make it challenging enough that it never really becomes boring. And since there are 6 areas that you can freely explore, you're not just doing these missions in the same area. Completing these missions will net you some experience and will also up your rank. Upping your rank is needed to progress the story at some points. Gaining experience of course levels up your character, which opens up slots for chips that you earn after completing a mission. Also, depending on how well you did on a mission, there's a higher chance to get better chips. There's even containers that you can hack just by scanning them to get more chips, and if you're feeling lucky, there are swap machines around the map where you can give up some chips to get a chance to get a better one. These chips will help you with your stats like speed and jumping, and it makes all the difference in the world, since at the start you will feel rather slow and limited, but once you start slapping them chips, you will be speeding around like a madman. You can also earn experience points and up your rank other ways besides just doing missions, such as just hovering around doing tricks, spray painting, hitting little sentry droids, and more. You also will eventually earn some chips that will give you a little buddy in which you can feed to keep happy and alive. These give you some stat boosts as well. You can earn the food the same way you earn the chips. While it does start off slow at the beginning, since you're not built up yet, it quickly shoots up after you put in a little time and the fun truly begins. It's a blast just building up speed, grinding, jumping, and flipping around. You get a great sense of speed as well, and as long as you keep the momentum going, you never really slow down. The game even allows you to bounce, and the higher you fall, the bigger the bounce. As a big Jet Set Radio fan, I can admit control-wise that game did not age well, and feels kinda stiff. Thankfully, it seems like these developers noticed that as well, making this game feel more fluid and control. I also like the fact that it lets you progress the story in multiple ways instead of solely doing story missions, giving you much more freedom. The way it handles missions is a big plus as well, since if you fail or just feel like you're about to fail, you can easily just pick try again and it warps you right back to the mission giver. Another savior here is the rewind function, which comes in handy in a game with a lot of jumps and climbing, since if you fall, you can quickly rewind to a certain point, allowing you to get your footing again. And the only time it doesn't allow you to do this is when you're carrying a delivery. So yeah, both of these things are awesome, since it turns a situation which could be very frustrating into a non-frustrating one, which makes you want to keep playing. I also like that while you're in search vision, the game shows you important points like missions and such. This combined with the map makes navigating not too tough at all. While doing certain missions, you can unlock DNA, which lets you make a brand new character that resembles the character you just beat. And you can make up to 4 extra characters. Now, while this sounds great, as maybe you're getting tired of looking at the first face you got, there is kind of an annoying catch. Your character starts on level 1. Though at least you can share your chips with whatever character you make in your group, and your story progress does not start all over. While fighting the system, the fun police can't stop you. If the security cameras catch you, they will either send a drone or a robot cop after you. If they catch you, they will just freeze you for a bit, but being caught a certain amount of times in a row will lead to different outcomes, such as being teleported to a pod or a cell. This can happen even during a mission, but you can make them drop your warning level by scanning a machine you find around the area. I didn't mind this that much since it's just a minor inconvenience most of the time. And if you're sent to a cell, it's easy to escape. However, I wish they shut it off during the final mission, as there are cameras everywhere, and being caught there and sent to a cell requires some serious backtracking. It didn't come off as challenging, just irritating. There is an online function for the game. Yup, you can grind around with some randoms and friends. The game will ask if you want to solely play online or offline, and this can be switched whenever you like. Picking online will have the game look for a lobby, and once there you can see some players roaming around and you can join them on missions or just goof around and dance. If you want to play with a specific friend, you're allowed to invite them into the lobby. No real lag online, and the only time it stops for a bit is when it's finding a lobby. Man, this game sure is bright and colorful. I dig the light up lights on your body as you're building up your energy the faster you go. The character designs, be it the background or the main cast, is well done and pretty creative, helping everything stand out. You feel like you're in some funky alien world. The areas themselves are also beautiful and a treat for the eyes, with colors that pop and little details that stick out. You wouldn't think a sewer could look so lovely. They're also pretty big and open, even the prison. Of course, this being a game inspired by Jet Set Radio, you would assume it to have some good tunes, and you would be right. The music is a perfect fit, and when you're zooming around to the city music or when the tunes kick it up a notch for the missions, you'll be infected by the funk. The frame rate can be iffy at times, but it's something that slows down the game and won't kill your illusion of speed. The camera only became a problem when you got into a tight spot with the walls, but didn't kill my fun. You can also change up the camera by picking third person, first person, and some auto switch version. The HUD itself may feel like a bit much at first, but you get used to it after a bit. The only glitches I ran into was one that had my opponent sink into the floor, which didn't happen often, and a trophy one. Just a heads up, beat the game first, then collect the Gamer Girl drops, and then beat the boss all over again. Trust me.
If the main question you had was, will this game scratch my Jet Set Radio itch, I can safely say with 100% honesty, yes. This game is vibrant and its designs are varied and pleasing to the eyes. The gameplay is fun and gives you a pretty smooth experience. I would have to say it took me about 12 hours to complete the story, but that can easily go up if you become addicted to doing the missions and exploring. Replay value comes in the form of basically cleaning up any missions or side activities you didn't get to before you beat the game, since it lets you go back to all that stuff after the credits roll. Heck, if there are certain missions you want a better rank on, you can redo those as well. Besides the prison problem I had and the trophy glitch, I enjoyed the hell out of this game and definitely recommend it. So go tag along with the gamers to take down the system, while of course having fun as well. I hope you enjoy my thoughts on this game, and for gamers' sake, keep gaming.